Alright guys, so today I thought I would make this helmet video for you. As most of you know from watching my videos and following me, I'm a helmet freak. I love helmets, but I mainly collect the older ones. And today I thought I would share the top 5 earliest M1 World War II helmets that I have. I've got around 30 or 32 World War II M1 helmets, and these are the 5 earliest early war helmets that I have, and I thought I'd share them with you today. I'll start with this first one here. This is the earliest World War II M1 helmet that I have. Now I do have a model 1917 A1, which is like the Doughboy helmet, modeled after the model 1917 that's dated 1940 or date 1941. But I'm just doing the M1 helmets. This one, I'm going to try to do my best to pull up the heat stamp so you can see them, but I'm going to try to get them to focus. But let's see what happens here. Like I said, this is the earliest one I have. If you can see it there, it's 28E, which this helmet would date. It's kind of hard to date the really early helmets like this. It could date, somewhere around November, December 1941, or maybe right at the beginning of 42, January, but I'm thinking probably December. I've got a book, which I'll touch on, it has a chart, and it's just kind of hard to really narrow down the exact month these early helmets were made. But anyways, I was really excited to get this. I got it at an antique store. A man gave me a lead on it. I went there and was able to get this. As you see, it's a front seam, and it's got swivel bells on it, which originally it was fixed bells, which a lot of you guys know the fixed bells would break off, and they were modified and replaced with the swivel bells. So it's pretty common to find a front seam, early heat stamp with swivel bells. It just happened a lot. But what's really cool about this is a lot of things. It's named John P. Berdan, and then it's got the man's number, and I looked him up and I actually found this man's obituary. And now this soldier I found, John P. Berdan, is actually in the Korean War. He was born in I believe it was 1931, so he would have been too young to fight in World War II. So like I said, he was in Korean War. I wasn't able to find out a whole lot about him, but it's got 2 decals on the outside of the helmet. One there, and then one on this side is green and red. I'm not sure I couldn't really narrow down what it was, but if any of you guys know, let me know. I made a helmet video, just for this one. It's titled My 100th Video World War II Korean Early Helmet. If you want to look into that, I got a little bit more information on, the man and the helmet, but I gave $50 for this, which, being an early helmet and everything, chin strap, I think I did good with it. Not bad. I'm pretty happy to get that. Moving on here, this one is also front seam, was fixed bell, now swivel. This one is heat stamp, which is, sorry about the tags and stuff. Let's see if I can get it to pull up. Well, while it's pulling up, it's actually 80C. Now this helmet would date somewhere right around February of 1942. What's really cool is if you can see it there, it's actually got some kind of, looks like almost like camo or something around the front. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Just thought it was really neat. I got this helmet for, it was $42, and honestly, I don't remember exactly where I got this helmet. I know it came with a liner, but it was a Vietnam Air liner. I think I got it on eBay, but overall, a really nice helmet, not really rusted or anything, just in pretty good shape. I was glad to have been able to pick that one up. Moving on here, I've got this, I'm sorry, the second helmet was a McCord also. Actually, all 5 of these are McCord helmets, but this one is a front seam, once again, swivel bell, originally fixed bell. This one, let me see, should be easier to see here. This one is, while it's pulling up, it's 89A. So this one would date also somewhere around, February or so of 1942. Overall, this one's in really good shape. It's got a couple dings on the top, but overall, not too bad a shape. It's only got half the chin strap, but, it is what it is. This one, I paid, I believe it was $22. Let me see. Yep, $22 for this one. I got it on eBay. I actually bought it as a set of 4 for $88. That's shipping and everything. So divided by 4 would be $22 for a piece. So not bad on that one as well. Moving on here, this helmet is the very first M1 World War II helmet that I ever got. Front seam. Like I said, it's a McCord. Now look at this. This one still has the fixed bells on it. So you got there and here. Now the chin strap is toast, which this little thing here, I don't know what that is. That's just something somebody put on there, but it does have, you know, part of the canvas, but not the buckle or anything. But this one is, while it's pulling up again, it's 94C, which the 4 is kind of faint. And what's really cool about this one is I got it for free. My wife's grandmother, her and her husband owned an antique store for years, and unfortunately he passed away in 2006, and they closed the place. You know, her grandmother closed the place and wouldn't let anybody go in there. And finally, you know, I was able to get in there, and I got a bunch of military stuff, including this. And like I said, I got it for free. I'm really excited about this. Another cool thing about this one is it's got a name on the inside. It says Mike Lavnius, USMC, which United States Marine Corps. I've tried to look the man up, but with no luck. It's always cool when it's named, you know, and I'm like personalized. And also, it's got this here on the back, which is actually a flower. It had a flower sticker on there, but it was basically falling off, so I just peeled it off the rest of the way. I mean, there was no saving it. Now, I know a lot of these helmets during, like, you know, the 60s and late 60s, 70s, during the hippie era, a lot of them would get these helmets and, you know, draw things on them and paint them and do weird things because they were on drugs and just crazy people. But anyways, not bad for a free helmet. Like I said, 94C. This one would date somewhere around March of 1942. So these 3 helmets here are all made within probably the same month, you know, give or take or so, which is pretty cool. And the last one I want to share here with you is actually, just had this on a video not too long ago. This one's a front seam. Like I said, McCord again. We're back to the swivel bells, like I said, originally fixed. This one, the heat stamp. See if I can pull it up. It's 136A, which is kind of hard to see in there, but I use a magnifying glass and an LED flashlight, you know, when I'm looking up stuff really close, like heat stamps and everything. And I use acetone to somewhat do away with the paint. You know, some collectors kind of frown on using the acetone, which, I mean, I would never do it, something like that, to the outside of a helmet. I just use a little bit just on the inside just to show the heat stamp, you know, because part of the fun in collecting is knowing when it was made, and going by the heat stamp, you can get a general idea, like I said, within a month or two of, at least on the McCord helmets, you know, of when it was made. But I got this one for $20 at a gun show. It's got a big ding there towards the, I guess if you're wearing it towards the left side of your head. Hopefully the guy wasn't hurt too bad, and this did protect him from it. See, it's even, we can't really tell, but it's even dinged on the, you know, all the way through on the inside, but not bad for a $20 helmet. You know, I usually like to buy them with the chin straps, and it's even better to have it with a World War II liner, but, you know, that doesn't always happen. But anyways, like I said, I just wanted to share these helmets with you. Like I said, they're all 5 McCord, front seam, originally fixed bell. Only one of the 5 is still fixed bell, but not too bad. You know, I believe that pretty much any old helmet's worth at least 20 bucks, you know, even in not the best condition, 15, 20 bucks. You know, there's some guys that'll spend, you know, $50 or 75 or 100 just for a shell with no chin strap and nothing special about it. I wouldn't do that, but like I said, an early heat stamp, you know, with fixed bells and everything, you know, I would usually go ahead and jump on that 20, 30 bucks or so. And then if it has the name or decals or anything, I'll maybe give a little bit more on top of that. But anyways, guys, like I said, I just wanted to share this with you. Like I said, it's my top 5 earliest M1 helmets. This is just one of many videos to come. If you guys got any questions about them or comments, or you get a helmet yourself and unsure about, like I said, I never claim to be an expert. You know, I just try to share the knowledge that I have from the past several years of collecting. But another thing I wanted to show you right here before I let you go is this book, which it's been in at least a couple other videos, Helmets of the ETO, European Theater of Operations. And this is the book that some of you already know about. It has the heat stamp chart for only the McCord. Now, like I said, there was about 22 million helmets made. McCord made about 20 million, and Schluter made around 2 million. But like I said, this is just for the McCord helmets, and you can basically use 2 pieces of paper, you know, to kind of narrow down, you know, the month and year the helmet was made, which is really cool. I use this all the time. But anyways, guys, like I said, I just wanted to share this with you. Definitely check back with me. More videos to come, as always. Thanks for watching.